My name is Alabi Olushola, the founder of Orion Nebula Foundation. The Orion Nebula Foundation is all about Nigerian Moon Mission, a non-profit organization that was established in 2019. The primary aim of establishing the Orion Nebula Foundation was to inspire school children about astronomy, to inspire them to choose career in astronomy, to pursue science and technology. That's why we started it in 2019. But if you are talking about technology, it started right from my childhood because I have a lot of curiosity for science, for nature and all of that. When I was young, my father used to tell us a story about the moon. And I read something about the moon too in our primary school in Yoruba. So my question then was not answered. So and when I grow up, I want to get an answer to that question. So my question then was, who is up there in the moon? So my father said it is Awolowo and his family. Someone said it was a father, his wife and his son that was inside the moon. But the answer was no, I'm not okay with that kind of answer. So when I grow up, I want to find an answer to it. That's where the curiosity sets in. So, and in 2019, that's how we set up Orion Nebula Foundation to inspire children, to let them know, to engage the students about astronomy, to let them know what is up there in the space. That's why we started it. Although we have a lot of setback, right? But that's part of the journey. When we started, we wrote a letter, we sent a proposal to many schools that we want to come to the school to come and inspire children about space, about astronomy. Most of the school rejected it, that we are not interested in that, but at least we saw some schools that welcome us. Before the lockdown in 2020, we are able to reach out to up to 10,000 school children, both in Lagos State and Ogun State. So, and the children were happy to learn more about space exploration. In this part of the world in Africa, we don't really have much about space program. Though we have space program, Nigeria have a space program. We have satellites in the orbit. South Africa, satellite, Egypt, so and some other countries in Africa. But the awareness about space is very, very, very low in Africa. So I want to advocate for that, so that we can have a future of astronomy. At least I believe that one day we will have someone from Africa that will go to space. So that's where we are working towards. Going to space in Africa, in Nigeria is achievable. What most people used to ask is, we have a lot of problem in Nigeria. We have a lot of problem, people not eating, poverty, bad road, electricity, but why space? So what I used to tell them is that in 1960, started from 1961 in America, when John Kennedy announced that we choose to go to the moon before this decade is out. That was 1961, and by 1969, so they succeed. So in going to space. So that is why we have that we have that name, the spirit of Apollo. That is our project. The Nigerian Moon Mission is all about the spirit of Apollo. So we want to put that kind of spirit in students, and we put the richest man in the world, that is the founder of SpaceX, the founder of Tesla, Elon Musk. He said, life is not about solving one mystery problem after the other. He said, we need to think about something that inspires you to be among the living. So you need to wake up in the morning and think of crazy stuff that can expand the scope of humanity. So it's not about solving. I actually agree that there are a lot of problems, there are a lot of poverty. But I want to tell you something, that there is no amount of food that you can give out that will even cure the poverty. The level of poverty, you can't solve it. That is just it. Well, when you do something that expand people's knowledge, let's expand. Let me say something. In 1492, if there was a newspaper in America then, what will be the headline will not be about Columbus. No. They will never talk about him that a guy sailing to somewhere to go and discover an unknown country. No, there won't be something like that. If you ask any American that what happened in 1492 today, they will tell you about how they discover America. But then, it was not like that. So what we are doing about space exploration today, in the nearest future, like 50 or 100 years, people will not remember who is governing Nigeria at this particular time. But they will remember one thing, something that expands Nigeria, off Nigeria to the moon, or to Mars, or beyond to the stars. The day before yesterday, in America, Joe Biden, they talk about James Webb Telescope, the image. For the first time, the human being snap a clear picture. They call it near infrared picture. It cost them $10 billion. United Kingdom, Canadian Space Agency, and NASA, that's America. So they joined together, they put force together to achieve that feat, to get a clear picture of the universe. The picture is around about 4.6 billion years picture, and we have the clear picture. So if you want to talk about that in Nigeria, you say, oh, why wasting so much money? But future is the final frontier. So that is where we are going to live at last. The United Kingdom, US, they believe that in the nearest future, Earth might have a problem. Maybe war, like the one going on, Russia, Ukraine. If Russia decided to use an atomic bomb, so it can wipe a lot of people out. So, or let's say the kind of World War III happened. Many people in Nigeria and Africa will say God forbid. But there is tendency that it will happen one day. So if that kind of thing happens, so we don't want all human beings to be wiped out at once, because the technology has advanced a lot that just a bomb can wipe out at least 50% of human on Earth. So we want to expand. Let's go to Mars. Let's go to Moon. So if anything happens to that, or maybe we are hit by an asteroid that is as big as, let's say, about 45 kilometers in diameter, can wipe out the whole Earth because of their speed. So, but if we expand to Mars, to Moon, and to some other places in the universe, so at least we keep our species to be alive, unlike the one that happened about 66 million years ago, that wiped out the whole dinosaur. So that's why we are going to space. And not only that, another reason we are going to space is that we want to demonstrate our technology capability. So we need to do something that we know. We want to demonstrate how we can think fast. At the same time, in the nearest future, UAE, United Arab Emirates, they announced early this year that in 100 years they want to build a colony on Mars. So if we don't have our feet on the moon, on the Mars today, maybe by that time our great-grandchildren will be borrowing house from them. So they will be asking us that, what is our forefather dream when all these countries are planning to go this far? So that's why we need to wake up today. We know it's not easy. So this project should be a kind of project that government will back up. But with the level of technology today, I can tell you that individual, a single man with the use of technology can transform the whole world. Think about Google, think about Facebook, just a single man. So with technology today. In US, I remember Rocket Lab. So if you check it online, Rocket Lab. So they have a machine, 3D printing machine. So what they are doing now is to print a rocket that can go to space. They are printing a launch pad. So with that kind of machine, it's something that we can buy in Nigeria. The machine is readily available. So with that kind of machine, instead of spending about 150 billion Nigerian currency on going to the moon or Mars, I'm telling you, with just less than 100 million, we can launch to the moon. So that's why I so much believe that we are going, because we are not spending billions of US dollars. If you are talking about space exploration, you know, a lot of money is involved. So, and a lot of people asking that, how do you get money, how do you raise funds? Really, we have some other projects that we are doing, and I'm into some other jobs. So like streaming, so I'm into online streaming, marketing, so all those stuff too. Those are the places we raise our money, so to finance the project. At the same time, we have people that truly believe in us. So from the United States of America, somebody bought a telescope for us that worth around $300. So we have people in United Kingdom, so that do send off tokens, so to keep us going. So those are the areas. But right now, we have a proposal for our next project. So before we go to the moon, we want the students across Nigeria to build a satellite. It's going to be a CubeSat, which is around 5 centimeter by 5 centimeter by 5 centimeter. So less than, so it's not something big. It's something that you can hold with just your hand. And the cost of building that is around $2,000. So in Nigerian currency, I think it's less than 1 million naira to build. So that is one. So another area that we used to, so with that proposal, I want to meet some people to assist us, because the cost of launching is higher than the cost of building the actual satellite. The satellite we are about to build, the one I said is the CubeSat. So we spend only 3 months in orbit. So after 3 months, it will deorbit and enter Earth again. So, but the cost of launching is around $17,000. So add it up, that's around $19,000. So if you convert it to Nigerian currency, you know how much is it. So that is the one we want to raise. So that project, that CubeSat is going to do some, one, we want to monitor the atmosphere. So that is number one. Number two, we want it to serve as internet. So we want to see how we can distribute free internet to some areas or campus in Nigeria. So we want to start from that place. So when that one, when we succeed in that one, so our next project is the moon. So we are launching to the moon by 2024 December. So we have partners. We are partnering with United Space IHEL, that is Israeli Space Agency. So we are partnering with them. They have already sent a spacecraft to the moon in 2019. So and we are also working with SpaceX. So to send to assist us as a secondary payload to the moon. So that's why we are so sure that my advice for people that have a kind of crazy ideas. So what I call crazy idea is something that is different, that is not common. So we say we want to set up a pure water company. So I don't think that one's a crazy idea. All you need is money. If you have somewhere to finance it, there are some kind of projects that even if you have money, the technical aspect of it can knock you out. So the first thing is, like me, if I conceive an idea, I will first of all write it down. So if I write it down, I will write the possibility, all the possibility that I know. This is how this thing is going to possible. I look at both the positive, how it can be done, and how it cannot be done. So you have to consider the two aspects. So how it cannot be done may be about money, it may be about how you're going to get it, it may be about technology. Maybe you don't have that kind of technology. There are some ideas that the technology to carry them out does not even exist. So are you going to create your own technology to get it done, or you are going to leverage on the existing technology? So those are the areas that you have to think about. So if you are able to get it solved, like when I said we are going to the moon, the question is how are we going to get there? Now, I said okay, going to the moon. Some countries have already been to the moon. Like we have 7 countries: United States, we have Israel, we have India, we have Russia, and some other countries like that. So now, I said we are going there. We need money. How are we going? When America they spend billions of dollars, and we don't have billions of dollars. I don't even have billions of. I don't have thousands of naira. How are we going to get this done? So I now say, okay, what I need is people. If you have an idea, you have to look for a man or a woman who is interested in that kind of thing you are doing. So from my search, I now discover the guys that sent Israel to the moon in 2019. So we come across, so we share ideas. So I share my ideas with them that we have. So they told me then that this is how Israel did their home before they get to the moon 2019. Follow the same step. So that is all the program that we have done in the past. So going to school, motivating children, the astrology, that was what motivated us to do that. So that was how they started their own. Another aspect is to reduce the size, the payload, we call it payload. So if you have the kind of 20 kg payload, it's going to be a lot of money. But with technology today, like this Android we are using, the technology, the computing system that sent America to the moon in 2019, the phone we are using today has more computing power than the technology they used in 1969. The phone we are holding today, about 30 years ago, is more powerful than the phone that the President of the United States of America is using. So you can see how technology has advanced a lot. So that is why we can reduce the size. The size of 50 kg, you can reduce it to 2 kg and it will serve the same purpose. And 2 kg costs less than 1 million naira to build. That is the reality. So with that, I so much believe that we will get there. So that's how I plan it. I want to plan something that this thing is crazy. If you know how to navigate, to manage your way, if you can calculate very well, so you will know that this idea, so it's worth going for. But if you can't get those answers, the idea is just fantastic.
I am Mercy Joseph. I am the information officer and the space advocator at Nigerian Mission. So, this project is a very valuable one, which we want members of the public to participate in, because we are really looking forward to bringing about a great change in the space exploration of Nigeria. And this is what we really want for Nigeria and also in Africa as a whole. So this movement has been on since 2019, and we've seen that lots of the citizens of Nigeria are excited about what we are doing, because they see that this is what Nigeria really needs to move forward. You see, in the area of space exploration in Nigeria, it's really poor. So we have come to bring that change that is needed. So that's why we want to urge all of us, the members of the public, to support us. If there is any way you can sponsor this movement, we will really appreciate it. We want to see that change, we want to bring about that change for Nigeria. So this mission is still on. I want you to follow us on all our social media platforms. We want to see your comments. We want to see how, even if you have a contribution on how you feel that we can take this project forth. So we would like to see, know what you think. And also, we would also urge the government. I know there are lots of economic areas the government are also focusing into, but we also want them to look into this area of space exploration, because this will bring about a good change, so that we can also be among the super power nations, that has landed on the lunar surface. We want Nigeria to be among them. It requires a lot, but we know that with the motivation we've had from the beginning, we want to keep on pushing it forward, and we need your support. So thank you, because we know that you will all be there for us.